In today's video, I'm going to discuss news and current events that affects us as resellers. Thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel and you'd like to learn more about reselling, my guests and I will provide you with some great content. Let me get into my first news article. Amazon makes unbranded packaging the default for all Amazon MCF orders. Amazon is making its fulfillment services more palatable to sellers who use its orders made through off-Amazon channels. It announced this past Friday. Began shipping multi-channel fulfillment orders, or MCF, and unbranded packaging automatically at no additional cost to sellers. That's helpful for sellers who wish to put their own brand front and center, but also helps them comply with policies for sales made through other platforms like Walmart that don't allow sellers to ship orders and packaging branded with their rivals' logos. Amazon began offering non-branded packaging as an option in 2020, but only to select sellers through the MCF blank box order fulfillment. In August of last year, or 2021, a seller said only certain locations had the ability to ship through the blank box program. Some sellers pointed out some discrepancies in Friday's announcement about the expansion of the program. One seller wrote, "We need to review your understanding of the term all," a seeming reference to the fact that the title of the announcement said all MCF orders are now shipped unbranded and unbranded packaging, but there are exceptions according to the announcement. Unbranding packaging is available for eligible sortable items, non-sortable inventory, apparel, footwear, and any items larger than 56 inches or heavier than 49.9 pounds are not eligible and cannot be shipped on unbranded packaging. Another seller asked for clarification, pointing to the page link from the announcement that stated, all MCF sellers are automatically enrolled in unbranded packaging at no additional cost. Unbranding packaging is the default shipping option for MCF orders in cases when it may result in longer shipping and delivery times. To ensure that your orders are shipped in unbranded packaging, select only ship with blank boxes or the add items section of the quick order form. The seller asked, which is it? We are automatically enrolled, or we need to check the box to make this happen? Sellers should read details for themselves to make sure their orders qualify for MCF blank box fulfillment. Next article. Small businesses sell $1 billion on Amazon over the Thanksgiving weekend. Amazon said small businesses in the U.S. generated $1 billion in sales over the 5-day Thanksgiving Day holiday weekend and called it its biggest holiday shopping weekend ever. This is a record-breaking holiday shopping week for Amazon. Customers shopped millions of deals this weekend, and we have many more amazing deals to come, said Doug Harrington, the CEO of WW Amazon Stores. Thank you to our customers for choosing to shop on Amazon, to our employees, and our selling partners around the world who are delivering for customers every day. There are a few takeaways from the announcement. Amazon sold hundreds of millions of products worldwide between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. The best-selling categories in the U.S. were home, fashion, toys, beauty, and Amazon devices. The best-selling items on Amazon were the Echo Dot, Fire TV Stick, and Apple AirPods, and other top-selling brands included Hasbro's Gaming Connect 4, Burt's Christmas gifts, apparel from Champion, apparel and shoes from New Balance, the Amazon Smart Plug, Echo Show, and the Nintendo Switch. But as in past years, the company was shy on details like actual sales numbers or the percentage by which dollar sales changed compared to last year. Amazon used a press release to offer gift ideas and promote features and policies attractive to shoppers, such as fast shipping, gift cards, its A to Z guarantee, and its convenient and extended return policies. Stay tuned for an article about return policy, folks. Next article. eBay 90-day limit on order listing history may be coming to an end. Sellers are buzzing as they see signs eBay will finally make it possible to access orders they made that are older than 90 days. If requesting access to orders for more than 90 days and requesting a custom date range sort option for countless years, eBay finally made both changes, a reader emailed the newsletter, pointing to a thread on eBay's discussion board. The thread was titled, "Finally, 2 years of history now available on orders page." And it was posted by a seller with the username WastingTime101. We can now select a custom date range for displaying order history and access data for the past 2 years for the Seller Hub orders page. Thank you, eBay, for listening after all these years. Glorious! Exclamation mark, the seller wrote, including a screenshot showing a pull-down menu, period, with options beyond the default last 90 days option. The screenshot also showed a message eBay displayed on the page, new! Exclamation mark. Increase access to your order history. You can now view orders for the past 2 years versus the past 90 days, giving you access to additional data to complete your important tasks. Wasting Time 101 shared their thoughts about the new feature. It appears it's not quite ready for prime time, and other sellers said they did not have access yet to the expanded history. Wasting Time 101 also shared which actions were available to older orders. There was an option to relist or sell similar for items older than 90 days, but the seller wrote, for older orders, you get these options. View order details, purchase another label, print a packing slip, and more. Print coupon, mark not shipped, view payment details, add or edit note, contact buyer, report buyer, send refund. This appears only if the order is from the last year, and archive. It's impossible to say how soon this feature might become available to all sellers. This particular seller could be part of early testing. When eBay does roll out a significant new feature, it generally rolls it out to sellers in stages. I call this a soft rollout, and those of you that are on the eBay platform know that typically how they do things, they do it like a soft rollout with new features on their platform. This article is very interesting as well. Would you pay to keep your listings free of rival ads? The reason I wanted to talk about this article is there's been quite a few discussions, I should say, on various reselling live streams, reselling videos, as well as some of the reselling Facebook groups, etc., about people getting very upset about ads appearing in the middle of their listing on eBay. Anyway, would you pay to keep your listings free of rival ads? As eBay and Etsy ramp up their paid listing ads, sellers are getting increasingly concerned about the impact of their sales. One result of the marketplace is looking for revenue growth for ads is insertions of blocks of ads for rival listings directly inside of sellers' own listing pages. Sellers work hard to get buyers to find and to click on their view item pages, not just through compelling photos, descriptions, and other listing optimization efforts, but through investments in email marketing, social media, and yes, paid advertisements of their own. So when they have a shopper land on their listings, they don't want them distracted by other sellers' listings. In September, Etsy got even more creative in how it enticed shoppers on the listing page to review other products from rival sellers. It added search filters inside of listings, seemingly part of a test, and the sellers were furious. In some ways, it's a vicious seller. If sellers get fewer sales, they are more tempted to pay for promoted listing ads, which leads to more ad inventory for eBay to place on a site. Does the seller own the listing page? Should it be an ad-free zone? Or should sellers get a reward if an ad on their real estate leads to a sale for another seller? Would you be willing to pay to have your listings be ad-free zones in hopes it would boost conversion for your products? Let me know what you're seeing out there, folks. Do you think eBay and Etsy are going too far in distracting visitors to your listings? Or do you appreciate the chance to have your own promoted listing ads seen in other sellers' listings? It's come up to my attention on other reselling live streams and videos how annoying returns can be. The best advice I can tell you is to think of the Frozen song. Don't get ready, folks. Don't get concerned, folks. I won't be singing the song. Just going to give you the lyrics. Again, the Frozen song, Let It Go. The lyrics. Let it go, let it go. When I rise like the break of dawn, let it go, let it go. So here I have a return article to share with you. Retailers grapple with financial impact of the returns process. With Black Friday and Cyber Monday in rearview mirrors, retailers should soon expect a flood of returns from shoppers. As was previously reported, companies have very different approaches to returns, and those differences are exacerbated during the holiday shopping season. Retailers don't like returns, but why? Well, the short answer is the cost and logistics nightmares returns can present. But there are some things retailers could consider to recoup even a fraction of what's lost in the process. No turning back. Total retail returns accounted for more than $761 billion in merchandise for U.S. retailers in 2021, nearly 20% of which occurred in November, December, according to the National Retail Federation. For every $1 billion in sales, the average retailer incurs $166 million in merchandise returns, according to the Trade Association. Returns are largely seen as a pain point in retail for customers and retailers. According to an October 2022 report from the return logistics company Happy Returns, 79% of the consumers surveyed attempt to avoid mail-in returns if they can, and 40% they said they would rather sit in rush hour traffic than return an item purchased online. Happy Returns offers in-person returns for online purchases to allow shoppers to bypass mailing. This is really from a consumer standpoint about speed and ease, David Sobey, Vice President of Happy Returns, told them. Don't make me print labels. Don't make me box items up. Don't make me wait in line at a post office. And most importantly, don't make me wait to get my money back. Pretty penny. For most big box retailers, send their returns back to the vendor, but it's often a complicated process that incurs heavy costs. Sander Shamus, President and CEO at reverse logistics firm GoTRG, told them, the path merchandise typically takes once a consumer returns a product is consolidation center, then return center, then vendor. And sometimes vendors cannot handle products themselves because they may not have a facility in the U.S. or may come from an overseas manufacturer, Shamus added. The typical recovery for these big box and general merchandise items is about 15 cents on a dollar, he said. Take a $100 retail item, you're recovering $15 on it. You're recovering $15 and it's costing you $15 to handle it. Why are you doing it in the first place? You're better off taking the financial trashing, quote unquote trashing. These costs may be why brands like H&M, Zara, Abercrombie & Fitch, and J.Crew now charge for returns. This year marks 10 years of FedEx raising rates by nearly 5% annually, making returns an expensive proposition across the board. DHL Express Shipping recently announced that starting January 1st of 2023, rates will increase by an average of 7.9% for U.S. account holders. Shamus also mentioned that among online ordering shoppers, bracketing, the practice of buying multiple items at once with the intention of keeping one and returning the rest is an issue. It's most common in apparel, he added. Being able to stick multiple items in a box before you ship them allows you to lower the cost per unit of shipping these items, Sobey said. So what can retailers do? For starters, Shamus recommends his clients have returns contact management system integrated in the company's point-of-sale system, making it easier to track returns along the journey back to the retailer or vendor. Secondly, Shamus advises retailers to have warehouse management systems so products can be handled in one central area without transporting it back and forth. Lastly, retailers need a mechanism to push products back into retail, which is vital since roughly 30% of electronics can go back in stock immediately, per CNBC. This is the way the perfect return system should work if you should be able to follow that item on its entire financial journey, be able to reconcile from the point of return all the way to the point of resale or recycling, Shamus said. The big picture, Shamus and Sobey agree that consumers overwhelmingly want the option to Boris, buy online, return in store. Shamus pointed to Walmart, a GoTRG client, offering free in-person and mailed returns within 14 days of purchase as a leader in the return space. Companies like Walmart are making a very significant effort to change their processes, Shamus said. I think they're making a very strong, significant effort to put cutting-edge software in place and supply chain services to be able to mitigate the financial and environmental impact of returns. Hope you got value out of this reselling news and information I've shared with you. If you did, please consider smashing the like button, subscribing to my channel. If you're kind enough, leave a comment in the comment section. Good selling, everyone.